Good morning, students. Today is the 8th class of index number, and you know that in my previous class I have just started with the chain index number, where I have solved one sum and I provided you another one for the homework. Today, first of all, I will solve that sum, then I will move on to quantity index number, as I have started with price index number and now it is a quantity index number, more or less same, except price I will put quantity first, then everything is same. Okay, so to begin with, I will solve the previous day's sum which I have provided you in my last PDF, right? So to begin with, I will go through the sum, construct the chain index number. Base year is 1962, which is 100 for the years 1963 to 67. Year has been given 1963 to 67, and link index has also provided, which is 103, 98, 105, 112 and 108. We have to calculate chain index number. So, calculation of chain index number, right? I hope it is visible. Yes? Okay. So, here link index and lastly chain index. This is the previous day's homework which I have provided you, right? So 1962 is 100, it has been mentioned, so chain will always be 100. Now 1963, link index is given 103, which is I01. So chain index will be I-01 is equal to 103. Now from the next year onwards, it's given 98, which is obviously I02. Now I-02 will be, what is previous year chain into current year's link index divided by 100. We are getting 100.94. For 1965, it is, this is 1, this is 1, 2, this is 1, 2 dash. Next is given 105, which is obviously I23. I-23. Why 23? Because second on the basis of third. So second is 100.94 into 105 divided by 100. Right? That is why 23. So we are getting 105.99. Right? So we are getting 105.99. Same case for 1966, right? 1966 is provided 112, so it will be I33 that is C4, sorry. The I dash C4 is equal to 105.99 into 112 by 100. We are getting 118.71. And last one, 67, which is 108, which is 45. So I dash 45 is 118.71 into 108 by 100, which is coming 128.21. So this is how the chain index has been done. As we know, in case of the previous class which I have discussed with you all, my previous lecture, I hope you all know, as most of you have seen, if you have seen, gone through that. Today I will discuss about the quantity index number, and the quantity index number is basically the same thing in case of price, but except we are using the quantity. Like in case of aggregate price method or simple method, we have used summation of Pn by P0 into 100. In this case, as it is a quantity, we will use summation of Qn by Q0 into 100. For weighted, it will be summation of Qn into W divided by summation of Q0 into W into whole to the power 100. Lastly, it's only with Q. Start with Pn, Q0 by summation of P0 Q0 into 100, but in case of quantity it will be Qn P0 and Q0 P0. We will be putting N first, Q first, and wherever the Pn is there, we will put Qn, right? Same wise for passive, Edgeworth-Marshall, as well as ring relative also. I will start with one sum. I will give you the formula in a chart. Hope you will do the homework. I will be doing one sum with you. It says that calculate the production index for 2011 with 2000 as base. Kind of fuel, quantities and value in 2011 million rupees. Bituminous coal in million tons, it is given 417.1, 415.9, and value in 2011 in million rupees has been given 1948. Anthracite coal, it's 84.42, quantity is 90.44, and value in rupees has been provided 731. And oil is also given 209.6. Current is 472.2 and value is PNQN actually is given 712. So we will consider Q0 be the base year quantity and Qn be the current year quantity. Then value in 2011 means current year is basically PNQN. Since PNQN has been provided, Pash's quantity index number formula may be used, PNQN. We know what Pash has been dealt with, PNQN by P0QN into 100. So obviously Pash's formula can be used over here. For this, we are also need to find out PNQ0, right? As we have already know PNQN, but we need another item which is PNQ0. For that, we need to find out Pn first. What is the Pn? If we know the Pn, then we can easily compute the PNQ0. Okay? So, I will be doing this sum. Go through it carefully. Okay? Carefully. This is sum number 2. Okay? Let Q0 be the base year quantity and Q Qn be the current year quantity. Then value in 2011, which is obviously current year, is obviously PNQN, right? As PNQN is given, we can use Pasch's index formula, right? Pasch's index formula, we can easily use it. Also, we need to find PNQ0. To find that, computation of Pn is must. Obviously, Pn is must. So, therefore, Pn is equal to PNQN by Qn, which is value in 2011 by quantity in 2011, right? We can easily know that. Suppose for bituminous coal, out value in 2011 is 1948 by quantity 415.90, which is 4.68. Anthracite coal 731 by 90.44, which is 8.08, and oil 712 by 472.20, 1.51, right? We have computed the Pn in each cases. Now we can easily calculate the production index number. Now we can easily calculate the production index number. How? Calculation of production index number. Right? Items Q0, Qn, Pn Q0. Obviously, you need to find out. Okay. So first is bituminous coal. Next is anthracite coal. Last one is oil. finally there will be total, obviously. Total column is required, you all know that. Q0 is given 417.10, 84.42 and Q09.60. Qn is also provided 415.90, 90.44 and 472.20. Pn is already we have computed 4.68, 8.08 and 1.51. PNQN has been provided 1948, 731 and 712. Right? Now PNQ0 we need to find. PNQ0. We have to multiply this 4.68 into 417.1. It is 1952.03. 84.42 into 8.08, it is coming 682.11. 209.60 into 1.51, it is coming 316.50. So if we added up this as well as this, you need to add up also. This is 3391 and this is 2950.64. Right? Right? Okay. So quantity index formula, therefore Pash's quantity index number is equal to summation of QNPN by summation of Q0PN into 100. QNPN is 3391. Q0PN is 2950.64 into 100 is coming 114.9. Okay, is coming 114.92. So this is the answer of Pash's index. This is the quantity index. You have to place the Q first and then P. I have provided you the chart. Just follow the chart and put the formula and you can easily solve it. But here you have to find out the Pn first. So that is the reason I have make it in detail so that you can understand it clearly that how it has to be done. Right? So this is it for today. In my next class, I will move on to time reversal test and factor reversal test. Again, I will be required few classes. Then finally, the consumer price index or cost of living index. That will be the end of that chapter. But still 2 to 3 parts are left, and still 4 or 5 classes are to be required regarding this. Okay. So this is it. Thank you for today's class. Have a nice day.